Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. I got Doe, Pucho, and Mateo in the building. Sorry, Mateo. I don't know why.
You gotta check his fucking notes. You saw that? He don't care about us at the bottom. You know?
Fuck the bottoms.
Hey, I've got a question for y'all before we get too far into this intro. Do you think we died? Are we in a Groundhog Day situation here? Because I feel like we've done this before.
No, we definitely have.
The technical difficulties are insane right now. I feel like we're just repeating the same conversations, the same things, the same mannerisms. We're laughing at the same jokes. It's disheartening at this point.
That sound check is killing me, dude. Every single time our new sound check is killing me.
Yeah, that shit is fucking... It's funny, though. So for all the listeners out there, we are doing a double recording because I am having a kid sometime today or this week. So if we're in the same clothes right now, it's because it's just another episode that we're doing. So we're not dirty. We don't shower in pools. Just want to let y'all know. Just another recording. But to start off this recording, I do want to ask everybody here, when's the first time you drank and what was the first drink you drank? And this is alcoholic beverages, by the way, not no soda or fucking fruit punch. So
I was gonna say, because the first thing I drank was my mother's juice, probably. So
No, I don't like that. I don't like referring to the breast milk as my mother's juice.
Mama.
Mom, come over here in your jean pants. Give me some of that mother's juice.
just drop your juice in the general text. Okay, I'll pick it up.
that's some weird shit. But yeah, Mateo, what was your first drink?
Ooh,
and when?
It's definitely in high school. I didn't go to a ton of the parties, but I was in football. I was in a few like extracurricular things. So like I had buddies that partied a lot more than I did when I was in high school. Well, we were more of like the cutting school and being degenerates kind of dudes than the going out and drinking and partying all night kind of guys. But let's see. I remember a party I went to where it was just random beer in a keg. I don't even remember what it was. Didn't like it much. Beer is an acquired taste for sure.
Yeah.
It was probably something shitty too. It was probably like Coors Light or like Miller Light or something that had the word light in it. It might have been Lone Star. This is Texas after all. Who knows? But I do remember drinking a lot that night, staying up all night, and then my homeboy Jacob, we were drinking Everclear at about 8 o'clock in the morning, just passing this bottle back and forth because everyone else at the party is passed out. While I think his girlfriend was making us eggs. Like she was also awake at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so she was over there making us like scrambled eggs, and we were just drinking vodka or Everclear straight out of this bottle, just passing it back and forth. Terrible Everclear. Not there's good Everclear, obviously, right?
No.
But like just it was definitely like the lowest of class of Everclear that you could drink because, you know, a teenage dirt bag, so why not just drink it straight out of the bottle? And it wasn't great. It was pretty bad. There was a couple day hangover there because like it was rough. It was not enjoyable times. I did not have any urge to immediately repeat my drinking encounter that night.
Nah, yeah, that just sounds like shit. That's a shit day. Did you have a mean ass headache over the next day?
Oh yeah, 100%. It was probably 2 or 3 years before I really appreciated beer. After that, like it took a while to build up to liking beer.
Oh yeah.
What about you? What do you got, Tony? What is your first drinking experience?
I was 16, and I worked at downtown West Palm Movie Co. Theater, and there was we had in that movie theater you have a full bar, right? And I worked with this one guy. He was older than me. I think he was still in high school. I forgot his name, and he was like, "Yo, you want to go drink?" I'm like, "On the clock?" Like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" We went to like
you'd never drank before.
No, not really.
He just went and drank with a guy who wants to drink on the clock.
Yeah, I was cool. I knew him through. He went to Lake Worth, so like there's a group there that went to Lake Worth High, and they all worked there. So I worked there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then he was like, "Okay, you seem cool enough. You want to go get drunk?" I'm like, fuck it. He's all right. Let's grab 2 large cups, put some Coke in it. We'll go and drink. I'm like, all right, cool. We grabbed it. And movie co in that theater, bro, they have hallways that just lead to nowhere. It's fucking crazy. The hallways that are just in the background of that movie theater. So he comes, nigga stole a whole bottle of Bacardi 151. And he proceeds to pour it now in our cups. It's just me and him drinking at this point.
This is a madman.
So, yo, we poured that shit.
Did you say Bacardi 151?
Yeah. Yo, and the larges are like this big, right? So he put like this much of Coke in it. By the time we filled it up, it was the whole thing. It was more 151 than Coke in that shit. And we were there sitting there, and I could just remember that we downed that shit pretty quick. So then we went back to work. And like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I went to the first theater to go clean up the room in the mess. I just sat in the theater and started like spinning a little bit. I was just like, yo, the fuck? Am I drunk? Is this drunk? What is going on? I feel weird. So I get out of there. I didn't even clean that theater. I didn't clean that shit. I got out of there and I was looking for this nigga. I'm like, yo, this nigga drugged me. So I'm looking for him. And I find him. He's over there talking with the other chicks that we go to high school with. And I think Hadia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Hadia, you know her, right, Pooch? Hadia. Yeah. That's how you pronounce her name. She worked there as well. That's how I met her, and we became cool. They were talking or whatever, and I go over there and I was like, yo, come over here. He's like, what? He's like, yo, I feel lightheaded and I'm spinning. Oh, bro, that shit feels good, right? I'm like, nah, bro, did you drug me? He was like, nah, it's the alcohol. I'm like, fuck, he's just act cool, man. Act cool. You're on the clock. Act cool. I'm fucking
Would have got your ass fired, dude.
Yeah, bro. Next thing you know, the whole night was a blur. I don't remember half the shit. I remember joking around, not working. I wasn't working. I was fucking around, talking, chilling with everybody there that's working, and then my mom comes to pick me up, and then I'm in the car just sleepy as hell, bro. I woke up the next day, major headache, but kept to myself because obviously I'm not gonna be like, oh, mom, I'm fucking drunk because I drank 151. But it was just like, fuck, dude, that shit hit me so hard. I was like, yo, I'm fucking drunk. And mind you, it was a big ass bottle of soda and 151. And nigga, we downed that shit so quick that it took a while for, I guess, to hit me. But once it hit me, that's it. And then I actually liked the taste of that Coke and the 151. So after that, a couple times more, we drank 151 and Coke. And that was like my first real, that was my only drunk experience. Yeah.
So what movie theater you worked at? Movieco?
Yeah, Movieco in downtown West Palm.
I don't remember this at all. I remember I had a few friends that had worked at Movieco. Like Felix worked at Movieco. I remember he used to give us the hookup with free popcorn, free drinks, all that shit. It's just you had to bring the stuff back. It's like you bought, he gave you a Coke, you got to bring the cup back. He gave you a popcorn, you got to bring the bin back. Because apparently they count, like the inventory, they just count. They don't care about the stuff. They just count the item. Like how many buckets of popcorn they have like available is like the inventory. And it was like, you bring the shit back. I think they just used to stash the dirty buckets or something.
That's beast.
Yeah.
What was yours, Pooch?
It's gotta be. I mean, like my dad just used to like when we were really young, he'd just like give us a beer and be like, "Here, take a couple sips." I'm like, so that's more likely than not like my first like drinking experience. The first like real drinking that comes to mind, maybe I was like 12 or something. We were in 12, 13. This is before, maybe like 13 years old. We went to somebody just had a school party where we went to. It's really one of the only like one of the only like school parties that I even really like remember that felt like, like the movies or whatever, where we went to this party. This guy's parents were rich, so he had a big crib. They had music. They had drinks. Like we were sipping on. We were
Gin
sipping
and
like
juice.
cognac and like Hennessy and shit.
Damn.
And we were playing pool. Dude had a pool table. It had music. We were dancing with girls and stuff. It was fucking lit. Me, Everett were there. Flat was there. Yeah, we was just chilling.
This was
a
in
school
Florida?
party. Yeah, it was in Florida. Yeah, this is 8th grade. So this is like before I chill with y'all.
8th grade. Didn't Everett come to Florida when he was in high school?
8th grade.
No.
Where
Everett
the
was
fuck
the
was
only
he?
guy with a full, one of the few people in
high school with a
Lake Worth
beard?
Middle School with a full fucking beard.
Not only full beard, but very tall.
Yeah, he was pretty tall.
For a middle schooler?
Yeah, I think it's like his height. I think it's his exact height, but in junior high. Yeah, and that was dope. I didn't get like stupid drunk or anything, so no funny stories there. The first time that that same year, maybe a couple weeks after that.
Can I interject?
Go for it.
Do you remember how I used to do this? It'd be middle school, and y'all be all the way down the hall, and then
This man is so ridiculous.
Yeah. Doughboy used to be like, "What's up? What's up, son?" And he'd fucking put his hand sky high, and you'd be like a fucking kilometer away from this guy. And as you got closer, his hand would slowly keep decreasing in altitude until you guys got close and then made contact. And it was so cringy. It was like, damn, dude, you can't even enter a building. Those spots you, and he locks in with you from the other side. It's like, I don't need this energy. Now I gotta walk to this guy. I didn't even plan on walking on that direction. There's a whole situation. That shit was a whole predicament.
So Doughboy's been with the Prajas.
No, but Everett was the first. Everett was the first person that was like, "Yo, you gotta stop doing that to me."
Everyone in no part of Doughboy's bullshit.
It was too many times at that point for him. Yo, he was like, "Yo, you can't. I can't do that anymore." Yo, he's like, "Yo, you can't wait till you're closer to do that."
It's fucking terrible.
Doughy would lock in with you and it'd be like, dude, you gotta go over there now. It creates like his own gravitational pull, and you just gotta go.
Y'all didn't just do the move like you didn't spot him, just head down, keep walking.
It probably happened nah. But anyways, one of the first times that I got like pretty fucking drunk, it was I think the same year, fucking I don't know what it was, but it was like me, Flat, Jordan, Freddie was there, probably Ever.
Y'all know a guy named Flat?
Huh?
Y'all know a guy named Flat?
Yeah. It's his nickname. It's not his own name. It was acquired, It's unfortunate. People just pick up names over the years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, somebody got like a 24-pack of Heinekens or something like that. And this is really my first time drinking beer specifically. And I don't like beer. I didn't even like beer till years into college. I didn't like beer.
Dude, but Heineken's awful in general.
Yeah, they were not very good. And yeah, we went to my mother's block is a dead end. So we went all the way to the dead end and we were just cracking these beers and just chugging them just on this corner. Like it was just like a how quick could you get drunk contest. So we're just like, blah, blah, just knocking these things back, drank all these Heinekens. And then I was just chilling. We was laughing, talking shit. I went back into my mother's crib and I was like, oh my God, I'm spinning right now. It's like, I just fucking drank like 8 fucking Heinekens and I've never really drank alcohol at this point. And yeah, I made 2 disgustingly like sloppy fucking sandwiches. I must have left a fucking mess. I was putting ham and cheese and bread on the counter and just smearing mayonnaise and dude, I just made like some disgusting fucking sandwiches in the kitchen and just like dipped. It was horrible. And I remember I got in the bed and I was laying there and I was literally feeling the room spin. It's really. I've probably only felt this maybe twice in my whole life, and I've done significant drinking. And that was one of the times I was like, holy shit, I feel the whole room spinning. And I went to sleep. I had to go to school in the morning. That shit was on a school night.
Holy shit.
Some weird random shit. It was like, yo, Pooch, come to the corner. We got some beers. I was like, all right. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a lot of nights like that, but just marijuana. 2, 3 in the morning, people would stop by my house and
Just drink a lot of marijuana.
you would smoke a lot of marijuana.
Oh.
You'd inhale.
Yeah.
So you don't
I
have
feel-
a you
I
don't
was
have
gonna
a
say-
No, I
drinking-
do. I do.
Okay.
I actually have a
Let me
really
hear
good
it.
one.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I figured that Doughy's first experience was probably with weed rather than alcohol, right?
No, it was the 13ish. I just opened up like a butterfly coming out of his cocoon.
Mhm.
And I just like, I want to know what the world is about. And I kind of just like jumped off the porch at like that early. Way too far. I should have had some sort of guidance or somebody like, hey, don't do that. Like, because I was no holds bar. I started smoking weed. And then I think I drank before I smoked, and then I had a very bad first drinking experience.
Uh-huh.
So I went to my church friend's house,
Oh my
Jehovah
God.
Witness church friends. And you know, when you an oppressive kind of religion, it kind of makes you want to act out and kind of just want to like do more sometimes. So there was a bottle of absolute Mandarin.
Okay.
It has ruined every citrusy alcohol really for me. Like ever since I had this young, very experienced, they had a 3-year-old, 4-year-old. His name is Danny. I want to apologize to you now, Danny, because I have never apologized to you ever for the events that happened this night. You were never my intended target, and I forever hold dear in my heart that day to be my first like real bad. It was my first drinking experience and it was my worst. I drank
Yo,
a good portion of
real
a
quick,
bottle.
real quick. How
I was
old?
like 12. I was like 12 years old.
No, how
dude,
old was
going
this
into
person?
13. This
Said he was
kid is
3.
like a 3-year-old, like 3.5, 4 maybe.
All right, what's the story?
So we're drinking, playing video games. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Drinking is so cool. I'm having fun with it. We're playing video games. And then I eat a whole bunch. Nigga, you remember when Taco Bell was like, oh, we're gonna give you that party pack. It was
Oh,
like
the 12 tacos?
it was like the
Yeah,
introduction of the party pack.
Yeah.
All right. And my church friends, they were like, oh, we're gonna go, we're gonna eat, get some Taco Bell. Bro, I started them bean burritos, eating, stuffed myself, gorged. And it wasn't happening, bro. Maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, I'm sitting in my friend Eddie's room and I'm like, Eddie, I don't feel well. And he looked at me and he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You better go to the bathroom. I look over, his 2-year-old brother is in front of me and I projectile vomit all over this child. Like, we're talking about exorcism, but it's like everything I just ate, like all the beef, the tacos, the hot sauce, the soda. It was
The vodka.
like it was I swear to God, like it was one of the worst experiences because it's like I was destruction. I destroyed something. Yo, this
a
kid,
3-year-old, bro.
when it was all over, this kid was like, he just paused. He just paused for a second, and then he said, started yelling. And he ran to his mother.
Oh no.
Yo.
Mother comes to the room. What's going on? David, you ate too much. You ate too much. And they didn't realize it. And Eddie's trying to scramble and hide the bottle. doing the shuffle and shit. And then they're like, yo, the throw up smells like alcohol. Like, why does this smell like alcohol? Or like, why does my child smell like alcohol and throw up? And my mom had to come pick me up, and I had to admit to them. And then
You ratted on Eddie?
My mom knew something was wrong. I was like she was like, yo, I'm taking you to the hospital, bro. You're like, you can't even stand. You're like, if you see your kid like that, you know what I mean? So I had to be like, nah, ma, I just drank too much. And she was like, drink, nigga. She said, you know what I mean? So I got that ass whooping.
I can picture those being Tauntaun's exact words.
It's like, drink.
Yo.
So yeah, I got punished for that.
Did Eddie get
that
back though?
Yeah, he got back too.
Yo, Eddie, man, this man bagged you, bro.
Doughy, why didn't you just blame it on the kid that you vomited all over and be like, he gave us all kinds of drinks. I don't know what was in his juice boxes.
Yeah. So that's my drinking experience. Of course, like any other kid, I was given like a beer or two as like a kid, just trying to fit in this world, but. I had my 40-ounce experience. I used to do the 40-ounce.
So was that 3-year-old trying to hang out with y'all niggas. He was like, I'm just trying to fit in and they can projectiles of all alcohol and food.
I heard that kid has never taken a single drink to this day. It was ruined for him at a young age.
Yeah.
And that's Eddie's nephew?
That's Eddie's little brother, Danny.
Oh, so you've seen him then recently, or
yeah? No, I know him. He's grown up to be a great kid. Like he's a great guy.
Does he bring that shit up to you?
No, I have personally apologized to him. No, like I felt the need to be like, "Yo, I'm sorry about that one incident."
Is an apology enough, or does he need to vomit back on you? And that's really the closure. Is it eye for an eye, vomit for a vomit?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, thank you.
I would drink a whole bunch of shit and eat a whole bunch of Taco Bell and say, yo, dope. Not even just like that. All in your face, goes down, all on your bike, all that shit.
The bike too?
Yeah, this man that nigga threw up on a 3-year-old, bro.
So speaking of beers, I do remember my first time actually enjoying a beer. Because I think it was like the perfect events all coming together to make this beer enjoyable. Because the first beer that I remember enjoying was a Silver Bullet. It was a Coors Light. Ugh. It was just shitty Coors Light.
The canned beer, right?
We were on this camping trip, and it was summer in Texas. It was like August. It was like 120 degrees. We had just hiked in. We just fully unloaded this truck and this SUV that we were in. We'd set up our tents, and we were just dying, like shirts off, just sweating. But we had this tent set up and everything. Finally, sat down in the camping chairs, cracked open that Coors Light, and it is the best beverage I've ever had in my life. It was just so cool and refreshing. It got rid of all the heat that was radiating from my body, and it cooled me down. And that's when I learned to love beer.
I think
I learned the magic of beer.
My first beer was Miller Lite. I think it was nasty ass shit. And then I drank Corona, and then I even tried Budweiser, I think.
Don't forget the Old English.
Oh, the Old English.
Oh my lord. Yo, one time we were playing Ring of Fire, and Tony drank, just chugging just a bunch of Old English, and he threw up some gross ass vomit. That shit was
like
ugly.
orange.
He threw up in like a Denny's or some shit.
What?
That shit. It was a funny experience. This motherfucker started talking to himself in the mirror. He was talking about he's seen Jesus in the bathroom. I went in the bathroom with him because I was like, yo, this guy is not good. He was talking about, yeah, I'm about to drive home right now. I just talked to Jesus in the bathroom. I'm like, what?
Yo,
yeah, I was gone. I was gone in that fucking Denny's or IHOP, whatever it was. And
yo,
I know
Mateo,
it was.
Go ahead.
It was a Denny's. It was a Denny's, and it's the same Denny's that's still over there on I think Forest Hill and Jog, I think. Bro, I don't know what it is. I've been there so many times with different groups of people being drunk, everybody. I go in the bathroom. I remember telling Pucho, like, yo, I'm about to throw up. Pucho's like, just go to the bathroom or some shit. I go, and I must have been gone for a while because this nigga did come in the bathroom.
So you had to talk to Jesus.
I remember throwing up, and I put my hand on the mirror. And I look in the mirror. I'm like, Jesus? And then I had a full-fledged conversation with me in the mirror. And I guess Pucho came in. Pucho's looking at me like, what the fuck is up with this nigga? He's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo. And that's when I told that nigga, yeah, I'm going to drive. Jesus said I'm good.
I was like, this is not right.
It was bad. That's a bad example.
Mateo, you were there, but I can't explain very well what happened at the Whataburger.
I knew you were going to ask about that. So we've alluded to this night previously. This is the same night when we went on the dance floor and scared off all the pretty girls. Same night that Doughy was going around downtown Austin on 6th Street and just telling the girls, thank you. Thank you for being so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for being the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Mama, thank you.
And before that girl could even finish reacting to that, he's 5 feet away saying that same line to a different girl.
I would have been pissed. I couldn't be around that shit.
We finally get this man to a Waterbury. We're like, we need to get this man some food. He needs to calm down. He needs to sober up a little bit. I think he's waiting in line at one point, but he's too wobbly because he can't stand that. We go and just sit his ass down. We're like, you sit at the table. We're just going to bring you some food. And there were cops in there because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And the cops are always in that Waterburger because that Waterburger used to just have a fight every like hour, basically, after the bars shut down. Dudes would come in drunk. They get into fights with each other over some imagined slide, or they'd stumble into each other and fists would start flying. Or like, I don't know. That place is Fight Central. But so Doughy's over there at this table by himself. I think you just puked all over the table before you even got food. I don't even think you got food in you first. We were over there ordering food. We turned around and Doughy's just vomiting all over the table, everywhere. The cops don't even react. They've seen this shit so many times. They're like, oh yeah, he's just puking, whatever.
You should go to jail for that shit. That's fucking disgusting. You should go straight to jail. It's like the fucking Parks and Recs things. You overcook fish, jail. Undercook fish, you go to jail. Throw up on tables, you go to jail. You throw up on children, jail.
Yo, this man is
you need to be in jail. Straight to jail.
Who cleaned it? Did you clean it up?
No, I was too drunk. I was blackout.
So damn, Chloe had to clean this man's mess up too.
Yeah, we just switched tables and then he was fine.
You want to know what my thing was? I had a repeated string. This happened to me maybe for like a year and a half. Every time I would drink like crazy, I would drink, have a totally perfect night, feel totally fine, go home, go to sleep, and wake up throwing up. This shit happened to me repeatedly. It was horrible, yo. Shout out to my wife who dealt with this bullshit. I've thrown up on rugs, on sheets. One time I woke up throwing up. I ran in the shower and I was showering. Just throwing up on myself and trying to wash it off. It was horrible.
Yo, I think the only bro.
That one night that we were drinking the Bacardi Superior, drinking Hennessy, everybody was smoking. We got all that food and bread at the gas station, and you ripped off somebody's windshield. That night, I woke up throwing up in my bed.
Wait!
Oh
rewind!
God.
Rewind!
No!
He ripped off someone's windshield.
Oh,
we got pictures of this night.
Allegedly,
man.
He came back to my house. No, let's tell the whole story.
All right, everybody
There
was drunk.
was-
That's a story for another day.
No,
Let's
there was
just-
a gas. No, quickly. There's a gasoline station that used to sell us alcohol. We were underage.
I think
and these
Pucho's
niggas-
renting that one before, right?
Yeah, they went with my brother to go get beer, and this nigga Tony came back with a windshield wiper
it was just me
as
and
like
Pucho.
a trophy.
It was literally just me and Pucho. Because Pucho was on the way back. We were talking shit. And Pucho was like, I was like, yo, I'm strong as fuck. I said something, I'm strong as fuck. Pucho was like, word, are you strong? Nigga, pull that windshield wiper off that fucking car. I said, word. Bah! I ripped the whole fucking windshield wiper that connects to the motor. So in order to replace it, you have to replace the motor that connects to the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
and he was like,
shitty.
wow, man, that's fucking beast, yo. I was like, you fucking told me. So I get back to the crib mad happy. Nigga, we brought bread. Everybody's like, hey. I'm like, yeah, I got this fucking windshield wiper. Everybody's like, what the fuck? And Pucho just comes in shaking his fucking head like he didn't do shit. And I'm like, yo, I ripped it off this car. Everybody was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, what, nigga? He told me I couldn't do it, and I did it. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Another thing interesting about that night is we actually went to the gas station to get snacks. And I have a habit of of demanding things from people. It's such a weird thing, but I get a vibe, and I'm like, all right, this is what we're gonna ask for, and we're gonna get the hookup. Like so that time we went to the gas station. It was kind of late. I was like, yo, what time y'all close? He's like, yo, we close in 10 minutes. I'm like, I bet. Look, you got all them pastries. I'll give you $5. Just throw all that shit in a bag. And the guy was like, okay. And I gave the guy $5, and he gave me like 4 long ass breads, like all these like croissants,
guava cakes,
like a whole bunch of. And that's why we went to the house with like bags and bags of a bunch of pastries for a whole bunch of drunk people. So we walked in the house. I'm like, everybody was like, like, and then Tony puts up his fucking championship windshield wiper, and it was funny. I did the same thing when we went to New York. I don't know if y'all remember. We went to the Kennedys. It was super late, and I was like, I want all the chicken you got. I'm gonna give you guys $10. Like I was like, fuck it. He gave us all the chicken he had. It was funny as shit.
There was a bunch of good drunk. Even I don't even know if I can bring this up. The drunk night at your house, where Everett, me, you, and my black shirt.
That was a disaster.
Maybe when we add Everett here, we'll talk to Everett. That's a hell of a story, and Everett would feel shaded by it. But love you, Everett. Fucking man. Even and shout out to Pucho too. This is another story, real quick. I was drunk, and when I'm drunk, I hate the feeling of throwing up. But the only way you can fix that is making yourself throw up. We was in a line at Wendy's ordering a massive amount of food because we just destroyed ourselves with like 2 gallons of Jameson. And I'm like, yo, Pucho, I gotta throw up. Pucho, I gotta throw up in the back seat. Pucho's like, bitch, just go force yourself to throw up. I'm like, nah, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. He's like, you're acting like a bitch. Just go. I open the car door in the middle of the drive-thru, and there's cars behind us. I go to the first bush right there, put my finger down my throat, and just threw up every fucking thing. It probably got in my beard and shit. I'm wiping it off or whatever. I got back in the car, and I'm like, all right, I'm good to go now. We ordered, I think, one of everything off the menu that night, maybe? Or was that was that
it was a terrible Crystals.
It was Crystals.
It's the wannabe fucking White Castle, the little fucking burgers.
That shit fucked me up even worse. I got to his house and had to throw up and take shits for the whole night.
Days, probably.
So here's the worst thing I've ever done drunk in a drive-thru. We were partying. It was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning or something. We're this group of like 15-20 of us. It's not a huge party, but there's a decent amount of us, and we're all drunk. I think there's one person that's like they've had just a handful of drinks, so they're good. So we end up taking this order. We all go to Jack in the Box. We take orders for the entire group.
Jesus,
we figure out what everyone wants, and so I ride down with him, and we go to the drive-thru and we make our order, and they like double check because it's like $150 worth of food that we're buying. They're like, this is what you want. You need like 10 of these burgers and like 17 fries. Like it was this whole crazy order. And we were like, yeah. They were like, that's 100% what we need. That's what we're going to order. They're like, okay, it's going to take a little while for us to make all that, but it's good. We got you. And then we're pulling up to the first window to pay. And we both realized that we didn't bring our wallets with us. So we just dip out of the drive-thru line. We don't even say anything. We just leave.
They didn't make it,
though. Go back?
We did not go back.
They didn't make that. There's no way they made that. They didn't make that.
I hope they didn't make that. I apologize completely to I think it was like Jack in the Box or something.
It's funny, too, because if you want to talk about stupid-ass food things, Taco Bell one day, I went in there for lunch. And there was a new guy. This guy gave me my food before I even paid. I looked at this man, and for a split second, I had like the angel and the devil right here. Angel was like, yo, just give me your card to pay. The devil was like, hit the fucking gas. And I hit the fucking gas, and I just left.
Oh, my God.
Yo, I had an icy, a large drink, and like 6 fucking tacos with a burrito. That's like a good $20 bill. I just took off.
I feel like you can never go back to that restaurant again, though.
Oh, I haven't. It's the one on Forest Hill and fucking Military. That Taco Bell right there. I will never go back to that.
You know this goes out on the internet, right?
That's fine. I was underage anyway, so it didn't matter. It was that dude's fault. But either way, That shit was terrible. Cause I think that food, bad luck, bad juju, karma, I had to throw up. Instant sickness. Instant sickness, bro. I like out of this world. I was throwing up red shit and I didn't even eat, had nothing with red in it. And lo and behold, I never did that shit ever again.
That's how Santa Clarita Diet started.
What?
Santa Clarita Diet, man. Never seen that show with
Where you
Drew
just-
Barrymore? She vomits a lot. She turns into a zombie. It's a
Yeah,
good
she
show.
just
Check it
she
out.
just throws up.
Covers this entire bathroom in vomit. The
Yeah,
whole thing.
So moving on.
Like,
What the fuck?
Yo,
Did your brain
wanna
just
move on.
break?
Cat's loving the window, by the way, man. This window action with Cat is very amusing.
Probably looking at all the losers on bikes out there.
Do we need to deep dive a little bit more? When is the first like beer that y'all remember enjoying?
Not one. Beer's
When
nasty.
I went to Austin and I started drinking IPAs, I found like a deep appreciation for beer.
No, yeah. Once IPA came in the game, those craft beers, that's when beer was really good. Even though Corona's good, like it's just beer. Like you get accustomed to the shitty beers, so now it's just I'll have a beer, fuck it. But with craft beers, now you get a little bougie. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get this fucking IPA, citrus, or whatever the hell type beer, and it's for the most part, it's pretty fucking good, bro.
See,
Like-
I even enjoy the cheap beer still, man. Like I told y'all last weekend, it was just Lone Star and Fireball for me. It was a scumbag weekend. It was good. It was good stuff.
When we went to Texas, me, Pucho, and I think Doughboy too, we were on the Rolling Rocks train.
That's New York.
It was
That was
New
New
York?
York.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
I was drinking Rolling
That's
Rock.
how we got up down the hatch.
Yeah, and when I went back home and tried Rolling Rock, most disgusting fucking beer I've ever drank.
It's one of those beers you need to get off the tap. Like it's got to be
Yeah.
freshly poured.
Oh my god, it is
I don't
so
know.
disgusting.
Tony, you don't remember the 4th of July party we had? My mom had like a 4th of July party. This was right after we got back from Texas.
Yeah,
And we were like, oh, everybody wants like a good summer beer. And I was like, yeah, I mean, Rolling Rock basically tastes like water. So that sounds like a good summer beer. I don't remember. We went to this gas station and they were having some kind of Rolling Rock sale. And we ended up coming back home with 150 Rolling Rocks. Like,
Did you
no
pop-
lie,
did you pop-
150 beers.
Did you pop in there and you were like, "Hey, boss, I noticed you got 150 Rolling Rocks, and you're about
Yeah.
to close. I'll get you $10 for all these Rolling Rocks."
I swear to
facts.
God, it was something like that. And we everybody, it was ridiculous. We came home with like 150 individual glass beer. Like, it was fucking stupid. And then we proceeded to just be drinking beers nonstop. We're like, oh no, it's basically what I threw up like fucking crazy. I threw up 2 times that night because we drank all those Rolling Rocks and I threw up before I left my mother's house. And then there was a boxing match I wanted to watch. So we went back to Everett's crib. Tony went home. He had enough. We went back to Everett's crib. We bought a big ass bottle of Jameson and we proceeded to drink the fucking 1.75 liter bottle of Jameson while watching the boxing match. Just me and Everett. It was fucking disgusting. We was just drinking. I don't even think we noticed that we was just like habitually taking shots. And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta fucking throw up. And I'm looking at the bottle. I'm like, oh my God, we finished this. And I just fucking threw up like crazy. It was fucking disgusting. And that was the same day. This shit was horrible. 4th of
That's
July.
disgusting.
Yep.
Fuck that day. That was
So the first time I enjoyed beers though, because like, you know, I went to college, you know, a lot of college bullshit, a lot of beer pong. I never really enjoyed beer. Like, I drank a lot of beer, but I didn't like it. And it wasn't until I went to the Netherlands that I tried like a lot of different beers out there, because basically I had spent no money for a whole month. I was just living in a hotel. I didn't have to buy any food. I was just basically, I had extra spending money, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And I was just trying beers all over the place, and I just found like a lot of delicious beers. And then when we went to New York, I tried a bunch of IPAs, and I liked those. And then Texas, even more. And then pretty much it's really between those 3 trips that I've kind of accepted like drinking beers. Like, I think they're good now. But prior to that, it was just purely a function of getting drunk.
no, that's good shit. Honestly,
Makes sense.
and it's just like also too, when you're drinking, you got to be in mind that you're not going to be driving, because you can definitely lose track of time and be like, yo, I gotta bounce. And trust me, I've done it a couple of times where I've driven, and that's not a good look, man. That's not. I'm not gonna incriminate myself, but some shit happened, and I made it home. But shit. That's how it goes down in the hood. You just might
The
hit a
One Up
car. You
podcast
gotta
does
keep
not
going.
condone drinking and driving,
We do
even if you
not.
make it home in one piece.
We do not.
Not at all.
Zero.
Seriously.
That goes.
I did it many times, and it was irresponsible every time.
I wish Uber was there back then in the days. Honestly, like
Yeah. I remember that day we had that party at Doughy's crib with the bread and the pastries and the windshield wiper. I remember that we got stupid drunk and we all had to drive home. I remember Everett was like he was afraid to drive home. So then I don't remember. I drove him all the way to his house. Either I tailed him or like he tailed me. It was something like that. Like we like drove together to Everett's crib, and then I drove to my house alone.
You know what the cops call that whenever they see that happen and they pull them over? It's called a twofer. It was a
Two for
2-for-1.
Yeah. It was a horrible. These were horrible decisions.
Honestly, that brings up a good point. It's bullshit if you run a bar and you tow cars after a certain time at night. Like, it's complete bullshit. You should always have your parking lot open if you're a bar where people can just park there all night. That way, if people get fucked up in your bar, they can just take a goddamn cab home or
that's
an
a
Uber
fact,
or
and
Lyft
not
or
get
what have
towed.
you.
Yeah,
those bartenders that start towing after like 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, it's bullshit. Fuck them.
Facts.
But also,
they have a deal with those tow like guaranteed.
Yeah, kickbacks. Also, another good thing with alcohol. What type of water do you like to drink while you're recovering? Because I have a water I like to drink when I recover, and I want to know what you guys prefer for water.
So you asking like what
brand of water,
brands of water
that you like and hate?
Just in general, or like specifically for a hangover? Because I do got a hangover one. Topo Chico will save your life, man. Topo Chico is the greatest hangover, not alcohol, the greatest hangover water in the world. It's got those bubbles in it, and they just revive you. They pop into your soul, and they lift it up. They elevate you.
Damn.
You're talking about seltzer water.
Yeah, but like Topo Chico in particular, the shit, dude. The best one.
I almost drink nothing but seltzer water nowadays. Like I just drink I drink a few bottles of water a day. But I love
Europeans.
Yeah, I don't even drink flavored seltzer water. I just get the regular joints now. I've upgraded to not needing a taste.
All right. Awesome. What type of water you drinking? Fuck a seltzer water.
That's water.
Well, yeah, state your seltzer water.
Nasty ass states of water.
I like Perrier.
Ooh.
Perrier. I like Polar. I like Schweppes.
I remember you was a Schweppes drinking bitch. You wanted to invest stocks into. You wanted to buy stocks in Schweppes.
And I should have pinky out whenever you're drinking it.
No, but
I drink it out of champagne flutes.
I have been known to be a LaCroix boy.
Ooh,
you know, I love the fucking whole the seltzer water hard drinks or the alcoholic drinks that are seltzer. That's awesome. I'm a White Claw bitch. Call me Becky.
It's all about high noon now for these White Claws. White Claws is outdated. It's high noon now that they drink.
You got Trulies. You got all sorts of brands out here now trying to do it, but I'm all for it.
And Doughy asked us why he's doing White Boy Summer and not Slutty Summer.
It's a fact. White Claw bitch.
So what waters do you hate, Doughy?
Oh, yeah, I got my list. I usually try to stay away from purified waters, but purified water is so cheap that it's like sometimes it's like you look for it. It's like, okay, if I'm going to a place to stay, yeah, you got the purified, great value. You know what I mean? Like it's good. It's cheap, and I could understand the want to, it's water. It's a necessity. Some people don't have the luxury of actually going to other brands, but brands I try to stay away from usually are purified water. You talking about your Aquafinas, your Dasanis, your all these like Coca-Cola, Pepsi brand water. That shit is fucking so nasty. So I like Zephyr Hills if I'm in Florida. If I'm in Texas, I'll do a little Ozark. Ozarka or whatever that's called. I'm down for that. Dude. In New York, I do a lot of Poland Spring. You know what I mean? I'm down for that.
What about the regular
if-
water that comes out of New York's faucets? I heard that's the best
I'm
water.
good off of that, bro. That everybody tries to claim this and that, blah blah blah. Man, you go outside, something's in that drinking water, bro. These people crazy out here. All right, we in New York State, New York City, bro. You will find. I don't know, man. I'm skeptical about that New York City water being as safe as it claims to be.
Wait, so is Doughy the only one here that's going to be able to see inside that room inside of in Invincible? Because he's not drinking the tap water.
I got the vision. I got the vision.
Doughy's out of his mind. They've done various tests on the New York City water. That shit is perfectly safe, perfectly clean, and better than most cities. That water's coming straight from Niagara Falls right into New York City. That shit is beautiful, fresh mountain river, ice cold river water. The shit is good, delicious. It tastes crisp. Maybe not in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the standard's a little low out there. Brooklyn, other boroughs, they got pretty fucking good water. And you tripping too. Because you just named my two most hated waters as the one. Zephyr Hills and Poland Springs could go eat a dick. Those are fucking disgusting. I drink a fucking sip of that shit and I could taste ass. So it was on somebody's ass. That shit me da asco. As soon as I look at it, I taste that shit. Shit gets trapped right here in my throat. It's like taking a nasty shot of fucking tequila. This shit's all fucking bad.
See, I've never tried those. I've never tried those ones. I'll tell you my least favorite though. Dasani. I feel like when I drink Dasani, it dehydrates me, and I need to drink more water immediately afterwards.
Damn.
It's got like a salty taste to it. Don't like it.
That's those water bottles that don't freeze below freezing temperature.
Is that one of the ones? I know that there's like a bunch of like
that and Aquafina as well.
So
what does that mean?
What?
I don't know. It's just weird.
You're saying Dasani does not turn to ice?
It turns to slush first or something. Like it does. It's got weird weird properties, but I don't know if that's different than other water bottles. I just know that I've seen like people putting YouTube videos up of that nonsense.
I'll tell you what.
That's a conspiracy.
I like Voss. I like what's the other one? Evian?
That's square.
Evian?
You like that Fiji shit?
Evian's pretty good.
Evian's trash.
No, that's pretty good. It's better than Zephyr Hills and all those dickheads you like.
Evian? No, I like Fiji over. We talking about
Fiji is
bougie
trash.
If we talking about bougie water, I'll take a Fiji over a Evian. Evian is silky for some reason.
Even the essential waters.
I don't buy into bougie water though. I think it's bullshit. I think they're just over there filling it from a tap. And they're just like putting it through some filtration, and they're like, "Oh, it's a natural spring in the hills of Iceland, and we go and gather our water there in buckets, and these maidens carry it back on their backs. It's the purest water." Shut up! It's tap water. Liars, charging me $5 for a bottle of water. Get out of here.
Essential water is pretty good too, and the core water bottles. Those are pretty good. But funny story, real quick. Remember that party that I did for the Trump supporters where Trump came into Palm Beach and I had to shave my whole fucking facial hair and all that?
Oh,
how could I forget?
God.
Yeah, you guys gave me shit for that. Yeah, way before Trump became a president, he came down here for, I guess, like a presidential run. And to make extra money, which was a good amount of money, I went there to help assist on the parties as like a food guy, like, you know, giving the waters and getting plates ready for them to deliver to the guest, right? So it was a big ordeal, whatever. At one point, they only had Evian and some other bottle. I forgot what it was. Midway. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's my face when I had to shave.
He looks like a cancer patient.
He looks like a child.
Yeah. That was a long time. I was young as fuck there, too.
Say he looks like a cancer patient?
The fact that you say that as some type of profile pic kind of disturbs
That's your
me.
profile picture.
On what? On your phone?
On my phone, yeah.
That's disrespect.
Yeah, it is. That's how I view you.
Tata, I got one for you, Maji.
Naked as your name there.
So, fucking, what happened was they ran out of this water and they only wanted to drink that water. So, what we did, we grabbed tap water and filled up those bottles of water that they only wanted to drink of and gave it to them. Lo and behold, that water was gone instantly. Like, we got to keep bringing these big ass vases. And for some reason, they love vases of water.
A vase.
A vase, yeah. They just wanted to fill it
That's
up.
pronounced Voss.
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 Yeah, that's the best brand of water.
Yeah, and that water was disgusting. But I did find that's where I found my love for the Avion water and the essential water one, because it's like they were there and I'm tasting it because I was thirsty. I was like,
Essentia
damn.
is fire. Essentia is fire.
Yeah, it's really good water. That's good water. But
Here's the major plot twist for all the water talk. All the world's bottled water is owned by like 4 companies or something.
Yep.
And it
And
comes
they're
out
all
of the
fucking
tap.
bottled from different taps. All the whole marketing BS about this tastes this tastes that. The only difference is that some people purify, that some companies take that water, they purify it. Some just filter it, some just give it to you like that. But ultimately, if 2 companies are doing the same thing and it's bottled, you're drinking the same shit. Even though mentally, I look at that Poland Springs and that Zephyr Hills and it just looked dirty to me. It might be the greenish logos on there, but it kind of just looked like someone just dipped some water into a Florida lake, and I'm not drinking it. I'm just not.
Hey, does Florida do the same thing as Texas? Because it gets hot in Florida too. Obviously, it's a humid heat or whatever, like they say down there, right? But like
Yeah.
Florida gets hot too, right, during the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every place you go to in Texas during the summer, like waiting rooms for doctors, bars, like most places, maybe not like grocery stores and things like that, but most places they'll just have like a water cooler, and you can just go fill up your water and like get water at whatever joint you're at. Do they do that in Florida, or is that not a thing? I feel like I don't drink a lot of bottled water because like it's just like this. You could just walk into a restaurant with your cup. You can walk into a bar with your like water cup because it's hot in Texas. So like it's understandable that you're gonna bring in some water to drink.
No, that's fucking fire. I remember when we went to Texas, I thought that was awesome. Was that you'd go to all these bars and then you could just walk to the corner of the room and they have a tap of water that you could just like fill your own water and keep it moving. You don't gotta ask nobody for no drinks. I thought that was fire.
Yeah, they
No,
do
Florida
that up
got
here
nothing
too.
like that.
They do that up here in
Yeah.
New York too.
Well, it gets hot up there because y'all like it's all window units, right? There's not a lot of places with like AC, right?
Correct.
Because
Shit is
those buildings are
all
all
New
those
York
buildings are all
summer
old.
is fucking disgusting. It's the worst. The fucking worst. Not only does it feel like all the buildings and all of that, like if it traps the fucking heat, it
Yep.
doesn't go away. But New York City is so old that a lot of these places they just don't got air conditioning.
And
It's
there's
like
steam coming below, steam pipes, stuff like that. And then you have exhaust from cars and trucks, which is my big thing about like turning New York more
Here
to
we
a
go,
green.
here we
because
go.
fuck
everything
Get
this
the
like that.
bike
fuck outta
bullshit.
here,
It's got
man.
nothing to do with it. The house is
Fuck a
hot.
bike.
You're sitting in the house and you're just sweating, and you're sitting there, and it's disgusting. And there's just it's expensive to run a window unit all day long, so people just don't until
Oh
the
boy,
night.
cut this shit out, my nigga. Do you try to put this infomercial with bike bullshit and everything you want to talk about, nigga? The bike
He just wants that bike sponsorship, dude. He's gonna get that free
He's fucking
e-bike.
turned the
Specialized, holla
hot
at
New
me.
York.
Specialized, holla at me.
Ew.
I don't know
He
why
turned
that
the
shit
hot
looks
New
weird.
York bike, and he turned the hot New York summer into we don't have ACs to fucking car exhaust to the fucking. That was the lane. He took the fucking lane, not the bike lane. He took the car lane into the bike lane. Fucking terrible.
Tired of that shit.
Everybody should be
So-
tired of that.
so
I hate
Tony-
Zephyr Hill. Just by the
Tony,
way.
should we be drinking bottled water though? Is a question.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying with like the Texas thing is I don't have to really drink a lot of bottled water because I can just get it at the bar.
I
I can
think
get
we
it wherever I'm going.
Recycle purposes, I think we should get away from bottled waters and just have it like how Texas is in a way that you have your own cup and you just refill your cup because you're not throwing away that Yeti cup or
How-
whatever cup you're using.
How do you guys feel about the boxed water, the cardboard water?
No, I'm good off
It
that.
is more environmentally friendly.
Yeah, I'm good
And
off
it
that.
tastes fine. It tastes the same, dude. Like I don't notice any taste. I know there's some people that are purists and they're like, this cardboard water tastes weird. Like it doesn't taste right. Whatever. I don't know.
Why is
That's some weird shit. I
Why
think
is
you
there a
give people
purist
options.
for everything?
Hold on, wait.
I think if you give people options, I think people get attached to one and then the other one's garbage. It's just like the console wars. It's like
Think people are just naturally fanboys.
Yeah.
So, all right, explain this cardboard water because not only have I never heard of this, I've never seen this. Like my experience is if you wet cardboard, the shit gets soggy.
So they
It's
have it
like
laced.
lined.
Yeah, they or lined it better than saying laced. They lined
I
it
think-
in with like a. It's like that. Remember the coconut water that comes in a little cardboard thing? It's like that, Pooch. Like
Mhm.
they have coconut water that's in that. Pucho or Doughboy drinks it all the fucking time.
I
Exactly.
think it might. I think the water ones that I've seen, I think it might be like a wax kind
Mhm.
of substance
Mhm.
on the inside or something that kind of like seals it and protects it
And
from
they-
like
and they
Shit
do like
looks
a-
more
getting
plastic
soggy.
than anything. Those like coconut waters,
But like
Mm.
honestly, not even from like a recycling standpoint, although that's important too.
Recycle.
Although that Stephen Colbert, that John Oliver episode about recycling kind of like demotivated me to recycle. I don't know if y'all caught that episode or not.
yeah, I think the
But-
gist of it was all the stuff you recycle just goes into the same landfill anyways. So it's like, why recycle?
Yeah. It was kind of demoralizing. He ends it with like, you should still recycle because it is important, but like a lot of it was demoralizing. But not even from that, just from the cost perspective. Like, why are we paying money for water when you could just bring your own cup, or toss
It's
on
a
like your little
fact.
like your Camelback or like
I'll say this. Depending on where you are, like I said, in New York City, against what Doughy says, I don't care what he said. In New York City, the water's clean and it tastes good in most places. In a place like that, you could drink
Listen,
the tap.
but I'm not gonna lie.
In places in California that I've been to, the tap tastes good. I drank tap in Texas; it was fine. In Florida, the tap water tastes disgusting. It has a distinct flavor that's just not good. Nowadays, I do drink the tap water, but it runs through like my refrigerator's like filter and all that shit. It's just like it feels like clean, good tasting tap water is not readily available for most people. And for me in particular, I remember I went through college. It was way more convenient to just buy cases and cases and cases and cases of cheap water. It tasted better than what I would get otherwise. So I mean, I'm still okay with drinking bottled water, but I wish we could like force our cities to provide us with better drinking water. Like I don't know.
well, I mean, water fountains are disgusting.
What?
I do not use water fountains, dude. I've seen too many people just do. You remember that episode of Parks and Rec? You brought up Parks and
Yeah,
Rec,
I
you
love
remember?
it.
You remember when they're trying to like design the water fountain so that way like gross people like Andy can't just put their entire mouth over it. That's all I think of with water fountains now. It's
Yeah,
just like,
that was. I love that episode. And then
That's so disturbing.
they use Andy as like a subject. Like, oh, let's see if he can can get out of this one.
He figures it out.
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's fucking disgusting.
water fountains are gross, man. Like I don't know. It'd be nice if there was more readily available water options. I suppose. I don't know what homeless people do. Do they just drink bottled water? I'm assuming that's what they do.
I don't know any homeless people, so I don't know what they do, to be honest. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
There are definitely noticeable differences in taste between tap waters, though. Like I swear, like the Pflugerville water, don't like the taste of it. It tastes different than what I'm accustomed to.
I heard the pipes have a lot to do with it, man. Like the buildup inside of the pipes and how old the pipes are. I heard that's like a thing.
Nah, that's fair.
Talking
Look-
about water,
Uh-huh.
have you heard of these people that consider taking a gander in their swimming pool a bath? They'll exit the swimming pool and say, I don't have to take a bath today. I already went swimming.
Yes.
No, where did you hear
Yes.
about these people at?
I've met people in Florida that have done that. That have been like, we were young too. We were much younger, but like we got in the pool, we got out, and then I went to go take a shower, and they didn't take showers after we went out afterwards. And I'm kind of like, and I kind of asked my mom, like, how come I had to take a shower and they didn't? And she's like, don't worry about it. Like, just shut up. You know what I mean? But I also have heard of even people saying like when they're in the shower, there's the reason that they don't wash their legs is because it's not necessary because the suds go down there anyways. So what's the point of washing your legs? They're already being washed technically.
I do have a follow up to that. I got some buddies that watch our podcast, and they brought that up at the bar yesterday. They basically said, who the fuck are these white people saying you don't need to wash your legs in the shower? And these are a bunch of my white buddies saying this. So
That's reassuring.
So it is reassuring to know that that is a
Absolutely.
weird thing. I wasn't assuming all white people didn't wash their legs, but it's
Yeah.
reassuring to know that the buddies that are in my life do wash their legs.
The
I
people that I
guess.
did it with were not white. I know it might be like a regional thing. It might be a Florida thing, bro. It may
Florida's
be.
a unique place, man.
Yo, Florida is a very unique place, but I have experienced that in Florida. But yeah, that the pool shower thing is a thing. If you look it up on Twitter, if you look it up, there has been like people documented it saying like, "What do you mean you have to wash your legs?" Like what? Like
Guaranteed, the pool shower people are the same people who don't wash their legs in the shower.
guarantee it.
It's got to be the same level of I don't give a fuckness. It's just like I don't know, man. For me, going in a pool is like immediately when I leave, I now have to take a shower. Like the chlorine that be in the pools, or even all that stank from the water. You were in a body of water where everybody's balls and assholes were fucking floating around in there. It's like you got all the more reason to take a shower.
You're missing the big thing too. Some percentage of that water is urine. Some percentage. Like, so you got to shower.
You don't remember Pee-Pee's Play Park in South Park? The Pee-Pee's Playland, the water park, Pee-Pee,
Shit was
Mr. Pee-Pee.
disgusting. It was all yellow.
It was almost all urine. He says, "Look, it's always all urine."
What movie was that? There was a movie where they were like they put dye in the pool or something, so the kid like went and pissed in the pool, and then he had like this big green cloud around him. That movie traumatized me from ever peeing in the pool. Like every single time that I even thought about it, I was like, man, shit, what if they have that dye in here? They will make me just have a big cloud around me when I pee in the pool. So yeah, I'm not a
What the
pee.
fuck are you doing?
I'm not a peeing in the pool kind of guy.
Cool Tony has entered the chat.
Yeah.
My bad, guys. My wife needed the water bottle out of the car and she can't lift it. That's why my glasses are like transitioned right now. They're like black.
And I'm like, this motherfucker came in with shades and what's this red cord? I'm like,
No, this is the headphone thing. But
oh,
no,
I didn't
yeah.
even notice it before. It looks so noticeable now.
Yeah, that's my bad. Like I had to.
How about you? Do you take a shower after getting out the pool, or do you consider it a shower?
Fuck yeah, bro. That shit's a shower all day. Nah, I'd take a shower after the pool.
Have
You had me for a
I'd take-
second. I'm like, oh.
Nah, I take it. That's just, nigga, bro. You smell like chlorine the whole day. Like who the fuck? And then your skin gets itchy and dry. Like that's. I'm not even gonna throw race
You know-
into
you know
it.
what?
That's-
You know what?
Listen, wait. Have you met somebody that has done that?
Yes.
Yeah. Ah.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question. Those people that they consider like being in the pool doesn't require a shower. Are those the kind of people that use Axe body spray? Is there some overlap there?
Let's just say they have lighter skin complexion. The people that I've met that do this.
One thing, all right? The Axe body spray. Because
Uh-huh.
I was an early user of Axe. Okay?
I bet you was.
I was. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Pucho likes to think pools or showers.
Spraying Axe on your balls, major fucking key. You want dry balls. That's the greatest achievement that a man could ever do, is have beautiful children that are successful and maintain dry balls throughout the day. At some point, your balls get moist, and that shit's disgusting. Many people put things like powder, talc, things. Them shit's bad. That shit'll give you cancer.
Yeah.
Don't put fucking powder in your balls. We grew up putting powder in our nuts. It ain't good. So from the powder, I transitioned. The Axe body spray.
You spray your
will
balls with the Axe
maintain
body spray?
dry fucking balls for hours. For hours and hours, you just have dry balls.
You gotta be careful not to get your head down.
Well, you don't
there.
spray your dick. That shit could
you
burn.
gotta-
Says specifically your balls.
Yeah, Bono's got a good call out on that. Make sure you don't spray like the head of your penis.
Only with Bengay though. Only
Bengay. But dude, the achieving dry balls, fantastic. Like my brother, he swears by that thing. The deportes.
Yeah.
That cream, that little cremita. Put that shit on your nuts.
Around the
dry
boots.
fucking balls, and they smell good.
This is why you get those underwear. They have a separate little ball pouch.
You can just tap
you
up
guys-
the balls real quick.
You don't remember that movie Chef? They do that in the chef movie. They're in the car and they take the cornstarch and they're like shove it in
They
their
do. They put
nutsacks.
cornstarch on their
'Cause
nuts.
they're
It works.
Louisiana. It's so
I-
swampy.
I never saw that movie, but that's got John Leguizamo in it,
Oh.
right?
It's so good.
Pucho's favorite actor.
Is that you think that might be like it's too much? Should I stop doing that?
No, that's
Go
you.
for it.
dog.
I thought it was
What the fuck?
funny. I like making fun of it. You do it, people laugh. I make fun of it, people laugh. You know, that's good. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. up there enjoyed it too.
You didn't like me making fun of you?
No, it's okay.
He's talking
I
about
just
me, though,
wonder
boy.
if, like-
Hey, because of the glasses and the shit. Yeah, I feel what you're doing there, boy. Bah, bah. See? I
Yeah,
do
Chef's a
noises
good
all the
movie.
time.
You should watch it.
I need to check that one out.
Maybe that'll be Doughy's suggestion. Who knows?
It's a good one. I like funny movies, so I like watching funny.
Ain't nothing funny like fucking.
Ain't nothing funny about Con Air.
No.
Con Air is an amazing piece of cinema. Okay, that could only be one-upped by Face Off.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
these are
Or,
horrible.
solid movie. Really solid movie choice.
another one up, Speed, with Keanu Reeves. Remember? Is it
Broken
Speed?
Arrow.
Speed is actually.
Oh
decent.
my God, Speed is so good.
I only make the best
Is it?
recommendation.
Actually, is it? Because I haven't
It's
seen that movie in
amazing.
at least 20 years.
It's
So
amazing.
And if you want to one up Con Air, Police Academy, the throwback.
No,
Remember
you
Police
want-
Academy?
It's just naming movies now. They have no connection.
They didn't need connections for trash ass Con Air. I'm
It
just
has
one upping
Nicolas
a
Cage.
trash ass movie with a better trash ass movie.
Police Academy is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
actually
good. Funny.
Mhm.
That
You know what? You know what movie will one up all these movies? The Godfather,
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, Mafia. Oh my God! Do you guys remember that horrible movie Mafia?
No.
Oh,
The shit made my stomach hurt.
Can I
The
guess?
Shit
game
was
is
like
even
making
trash.
fun of all the Mafia movies.
Does
it
it have
a
Al
parody
Pacino in
movie.
it? Oh, that's separate. It's a parody.
No, it's a parody. They have like a bunch of scenes from like The Godfather, different things like that, and they're just making fun of things. The fucking in The Godfather, Vito, he dies like attending to his garden, and the little boys are like playing with him when he dies. And the Mafia movie, the little boy has like a gas canister so he gets to spray the plants, but he
Oh.
keeps spraying the old man until he suffocates to death. That shit is terrible. There's just a lot of stupid shit like that.
I was once forced to watch Insane Clown Posse Propaganda.
Oh my!
that's by your brother.
God.
That's by your brother.
There's
I
a-
can feel it.
Were
There-
the white
it
boys
was
in school?
some weird kids, yeah, from Lake Worth. They were juggalos.
my
They were the first
God.
juggalos I've
jugs?
ever encountered.
You know what? You know what? Shout out to the juggalos, because all juggalos want to do is drink soda and party. And you know
Yeah.
what? That's fine with me.
Yeah, they had a movie.
Racist as shit at some point.
I don't know, maybe.
I think there's some
There are a lot-
overlap with some of them that are racist, but I think you run into that with any group of white people.
There are a lot of rednecks in there. But one of my good friends was a juggalo. He was really cool. But
No, ain't nothing wrong
yeah,
with jugs.
they have a movie called Big Money Hustlers, and
Ah,
it was
that movie sucks, dude.
It was one of the
It's
worst
probably better
movies
than
I've
Old Boy.
ever seen. Well, I don't know. I can't even say that. Watching that movie might make you lose the amount of years that I've lost in my life ever since I was been presented. Because then there's a lot of back thought. Like, what did I just experience? Why? It was like my salvia moment. I was like, what the fuck did I just experience?
Yo,
And you think sometimes for years.
so you guys do know people other than me and Doughboy? Y'all don't know nobody who thinks pools are showers and they won't shower for the rest of the day?
I can't name them, but I've experienced it. I live in Florida. We swam in multiple swimming pools, in our teenage years, and I knew some people that were just like, "Yo, like I'm cool." Like I hung out with some people. You get out the shower, and then they're just hopping in beds and shit, and you're like,
Not in my bed.
Yeah, like the chlorine makes me itchy. The chlorine just makes me feel gross. So I got to shower immediately. I've got eczema though, so I've got angry skin in general. So like that chlorine fucks me up.
What is it about hopping in a pool, hopping out of a pool, and then eating pizza that is so delicious?
Fire.
like with the slightly wet fingers.
Yeah, what is it about that
You
makes
gotta-
eating?
It's that little bit of urine that's on your fingertips that's giving it the magic.
Might
Oh,
be the secret.
yo, I was a habitual peer in the pool.
Damn.
No.
as a kid. Like I didn't want to go out and waste time to go and fucking and pee and come back. So sometimes I'll just be like, I'll swim by a group of people and just and just
You
as a kid, like I was like 8 years old. Maybe
You can't secretly pee in the pool, whether
Not
whether
no
there's
more.
that cloud shit or whether it's just the warmth. You swim by some people and then it gets warm there. They're gonna know you just did a drive-by piss on them.
I
That's
was
the
swim by
worst is that
piss.
you'll look and you'll see a fucking kid. They look like a deer in the headlights. They'd be like, and they
Bro,
just
I'll
pause
tell
for
you.
some amount of time,
I kept
and
it
you're like,
moving.
that kid's pissing in the pool.
I kept moving, and sometimes if I were to get back, I'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this water hot? Yo, y'all niggas is pissing in the pool right now." I'll be like, "Yo, I'm out of here," and I'm the one that's just fucking straight gunned them down.
So
Look at that logic there. He fucking peed the pool because he didn't want to leave the pool, but then he leaves the pool to prove that he wasn't the one who pissed the pool. Go to the fucking bathroom and piss.
I've got a question for y'all. I got a hypothetical for y'all. Is it better knowing, or is it better not knowing that someone's pissed in the pool? Like you can just assume, like you're in a pool with a bunch of little kids, one of them is pissed in the pool, right?
I don't want to know.
But you still will go in there and swim. But if you were just like in the pool and one of these kids popped out of the pool, turned around, peed directly into the pool from standing outside it, would you stay in the pool and swim?
Nope.
No, right?
No, absolutely. The knowing is everything.
Yeah, the knowing is everything. Nowadays, they got that blue liquid that dye that changes when you shit or pee in a pool.
What if one of these kids were to come up to you and like be giggling and be like, "I just peed in the pool"? Would you stay in that pool?
I'll Raw Von Dam body slam that little jit right in the pool, right in his own
Yeah,
piss head first.
I'll probably get out for a little while.
Yeah, I was the lazy river bandit.
Oh my
As
god!
a
You know what's
kid,
nasty
right?
is that
You never know.
Nigga, I wasn't a lazy river with you, so I guarantee you probably pissed all up in that shit.
I probably did.
Disgusting.
You still piss in the pool as a man?
Well,
Yeah.
That's a yes.
That pause was everything. That pause told the whole story.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been in that lazy river behind this piece of shit. He must have pissed all over me. He fucking gave me the fucking lemon shower.
He'd turn
Just
around and look
fucking-
at you. Yo, come closer. He's peeing.
Peed on my wife.
The worst
You peed
worst
on his
part
wife.
is that I enjoy water parks more than I enjoy any other activity in the world. Like, yo, water parks, I enjoy them so much that the last time I went to a water park, I seriously injured myself on a water park.
You
ride.
and Cisco, right? Wasn't it that same trip? You, me,
Yeah.
Cisco, Pucho, Everett, Brian?
No,
Brian
this was
hurt his
when I
back.
went with this was Cheka and her nieces. And I went I went in a speed slide. Yo, goddamn these kids, okay? These goddamn high school kids should have
Fuck
told
them
me.
kids.
Listen, fat man, you might be a little bit too fat for this ride because I was definitely overweight, bro. It was a speed slide. It went straight down. Bro, when I made it for the first straight, bro, I kept going straight. Yo, I flew maybe 7 feet through the air and then I landed back on the fucking slide.
No.
And- Bro, I caught air and I landed on like my side.
Oh,
Yo,
this isn't even like a covered like
No,
a
it's
tube.
open.
This is an open
no,
slide.
I was up. Yeah, bro. I went straight. Yo, thank God I landed back on the tube, but I was seriously injured. I didn't realize. I was like a deer struck by a car. You just kind of walked it off, and I kind of was like, okay. It wasn't only until I got blackout drunk, and then the next day I kind of realized after throwing up in front of a bunch of children that I may have made the wrong decisions that day.
Hold on.
What does it throwing up in front of children have to do
It was
with
just
the water park?
It was
And what is your issue with throwing up near children?
yo.
This is
it's
two
not-
times
Yo,
today.
keep
It's-
Liana away from this nigga.
I was a bad example, all right, and it was a very depressing part of my life, all right. I don't wanna-
3-year-old Danny, we're sorry.
Yeah, I'm a bad example, bro, as a
Wait,
human being.
you
and
threw
I
up
try not
on
to
you
be.
threw up
Some
on
people-
Cheka's daughters or in front of her daughters?
Yeah, in front of her kids the next day. I was really hungover drunk. I got blackout drunk that night. A whole bunch of embarrassing things played out, and yeah, we're not
You also
together
broke
anymore.
your back on this.
I wish I
pool.
was
And then
there.
I broke my back.
Some
and then I
people,
broke my
some
back.
people are just intended to teach other people lessons.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
Nothing
Facts.
else.
Sometimes
Doughy's
Yeah.
puking on these little kids, and he's making sure they're never gonna overdrink in their lives.
yeah.
Teaching them good
That
ass
fucking
examples.
that water park story sounds like some shit that used to happen in Action Park. You guys don't remember this fucking park? There's fucking zero regulation on this place. It was a fucking
You know-
disaster.
you know what
That
I hate,
documentary
though?
on it is so good.
You know what I hate is that rapids would stop any big dude from getting on any of those rides. And it like to me, I'm big, right? But back then I was bigger. And going all the way to the top and then getting denied, and then you gotta take that walk of shame past everybody else in line. You're like, fuck, that man didn't make it because he's too big. That was the worst.
Thank God, I'm gonna shake the little high school teenager who tells me that. I'm gonna be like, thank you, my man, because you just saved my back, dude. And literally right now, it just started getting better.
You're
Really?
back from now?
Yes.
How long has it been injured for?
Last August was when I injured it,
Wow.
and right now is when I started feeling better.
The August before last.
This 2020 August.
Really? During the
Yeah.
pandemic?
Yeah, we went to New Hampshire,
Oh wow!
and there
I
was
didn't
a
realize that.
an outdoors water park that was open. Very nice, very cool.
During the pandemic. I feel like no, but
Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
okay.
Yo, Pooch.
Hey, Pucho, our
Lacey needs
producer
help.
would like your hand with something real quick.
Yeah, she needs help.
Damn.
Just get up and go. Why are you looking at your phone?
Don't tell me what the fuck to do.
What are you, the producer, Tony? Huh?
I'm
You
the
think you're all things?
co-producer. I'm the co-producer.
Uncultured fucking swine.
Mm-hmm. Yo, so quick question.
When did you get food? What are you eating?
Eating chips. I have to eat, man. My heartburn is kicking in. So, pool talk again. I don't know what it is, but you go in the pool and that fucking nice slice of pizza is like it's like that spot, bro. I don't know what it is. And you gotta find that real good crispy, not too hard, nice even flow, a little stiff pizza. Bro, I don't know if you guys follow this guy. Barstool reviews on the pizza. That man is hilarious. He goes over to those pizza spots in New York or wherever else he goes to, and he rates the pizzas. And I think he does almost an okay job at rating pizzas. I mean,
Yeah.
Almost an okay job.
there's some pizzas like he didn't rate them good, mostly based off the price because they were overpricing pizza or whatever. But I think for the most part, I want to see this guy in live action rate a fucking pizza, and then I want to be there to also taste the pizza and see if I agree with him or not, because
See,
he eats pizza.
the pool food that I think of whenever I think of like a pool party or something from like my childhood, it's always hot dogs, dude.
Hot dogs is another one,
and-
or a cheeseburger, a good cheeseburger.
A
hot
good
dogs
barbe-
and some ridges, like those ruffled chips.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's one
Wow.
of the one thing that I miss about being down south is because up north there aren't enough barbecues.
Barbecues. Talking water parks? Now we're back.
No, we're talking about
No,
good
'cause-
foods that go with pools, like coming out
That
of a
go
pool
in the pool.
I said a
Sorry.
hot dog and some ruffled chips, those ridges.
and pizza and
Oh, the
cheeseburgers.
soggy pool chips. It's a classic. That shit hurts my stomach. I've
Yo.
gotten stomach aches from that.
Shout
shit.
outs to
Yo,
all the
dude.
Hispanic mothers that every time you went to a theme park and they made pre-lunches for you. They had like my mother made like little sandwiches and Ziploc
Bag
bags.
sandwiches, dude.
Bro, as soon as we get out to eat, because they didn't want to pay for the expensive ass rabbits food, which I get. Bro, we got there and bust them sandwiches down, bro. That shit gave me mad energy and mad enjoyment, and I just went back and went at it for another 2 hours. This shit was amazing, bro. Shout out
Yo,
to my mom
Who
for
do you
that.
who do you think started that you have to wait 30 minutes before you swim bullshit?
Your parents.
Because that killed me as a child.
They're
My parents
obviously
would
in
put on
hell.
would get the little egg timer, and you'd have to wait for that
Oh,
egg
they
timer
actually
to go off
timed
before
you?
you could jump in that pool.
That's
Yo.
beast.
Not only is that super shitty, not only did I never wait, it's a myth.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an actual myth or if it was the recommendation at some point, but it's changed. They say swimming as soon as possible is the best way not to get cramps.
Yo,
So, for all y'all
have
people
any
that
of-
didn't want to follow the rules, you were in the right all along. You were right for the wrong reasons, but you were right.
But what is your to-go-to pool food
Yo,
right
hold
after
on,
or
hold
break,
on,
Pucho?
hold on. Pump the
I want
brakes.
that
I've been
fried
trying to-
fucking chicken. I want the soggy fried chicken fingers.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
say something?
Yeah, but come on. You can't shut the whole pod down.
Yo, have any of y'all seen Meek Mill eating French fries in the pool, but like all the French fries are in the water?
nah.
He's
No.
picking them out of the water.
It's like a picture that he's eating French fry pool waters, and then a few months later he has like digestion problems, like legitimate health
Nah,
issues.
Pucho,
Did
man.
he give him some
Doughboy
giardia
made
or
that up.
something?
If you want to look it up, it'll come up quick. If you put Meek Mill pool fries, and he just is eating a picture of fucking fries that are inside the pool, and you see his legs. Yo, that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry for interrupting everybody, but I needed to say that.
Oh my god. Yo, it's on his lap. Looks like he just spilled it. I don't know if you can see it.
Look.
That's awful. That's so bad, dude. Don't like that. Don't like that one fucking bit.
Nah, he's probably
That's
eating it,
fucking
and that shit
disgusting.
just spilled, and he was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna let it sit in the water. I mean, I can see that happening. Do a little quick 5-second rule.
No, I
He
think the
took a
5 sec-
picture of it.
I think the 5-second rule does not apply whenever that food falls into a body of water.
That might have been
Urine,
pissed
you
in.
said.
Or on the New York streets.
Nah, fuck that. Doughboy's pissed
No,
all over
there's
New
no
York.
5-second rule on the New York streets. You drop that
Oh,
pizza,
yeah.
it's gone forever.
Dunzo, yeah. You treat anything like it has HIV and AIDS on it when it drops in the New York streets.
So
Quick question.
different from foods. I wanted to revisit Tony's experience where he got sent down by the little high schooler at the Rapids because he was a little too big for the ride.
No, it wasn't. It was no, all right, go ahead. Don't
What?
matter. No, I was gonna say it wasn't a high schooler who sent me down. It was a grown ass man.
Okay.
But-
yeah. So the little kid, it was a summer job. Francesco Flat, he used to work at the Rapids. He was a lifeguard at the Rapids, right? And they had at some point they built this crazy fucking ride that like a few people had gotten hurt on. It's some crazy tube thing. I don't know. Yo, one day he said he was at the bottom of the ride. Mainly he was there to help the kids get out once they got to the bottom of the ride. He said one day that he was just sitting down there and he heard like a gunshot. Bah! Like just some crazy loud sound. And he was looking up at the ride because it was coming from like the
Up
fucking
there.
slide. And then he said all he saw was the tube come out. Empty. And it was like those tubes for like 4 people. And then he was like, what the fuck? Like, where are the people? And then he said one at a time, the biggest, fattest motherfuckers he's ever seen in his life just came out of the tube, but like face down. They were just like passed out.
No.
And he was like he had to save these gargantuan people from drowning in this pool. One at a time, he was like yanking them out of the pool, and another was coming out. It was like Forrest Gump when he just kept running back into the jungle to go pull people out of Vietnam. He said it was fucking horrible, dude. So I just imagine that guy, that little high schooler, might have saved you from that fate, Tony.
What is that Action Park thing? They did the loop-de-loop tube, and it would drop people 10 feet onto their heads or something.
Yo, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had no safety standards. They were just building shit. So they were building like loops in a tube, and people were like, "Fuck it, that shit looks crazy. Let's go in the tube." But they did no testing to make sure that people would get to the other side of this loop.
There was
And
only
so they'd get to the top, blam, and they were just people died in Action Park. They shut the park down due to safety concerns.
That's so fucking beast.
the entire staff was drunk constantly. Basically, like that documentary is worth watching, dude. Like it's pretty good.
On
Like-
Netflix, right?
I think it might be on HBO, but I'm not positive.
Even there was a ride in all right, so Volcano Bay, right? When it first opened, my mom, they wanted her to go. We went there like first week opening, right? They have a fucking water slide. And it's the one you fit 3 or 4 people. But since I was big, it was just me and one other person. Well, the one other person was way lighter than me because they're weighing it off by weight on these rides when it should equal out the weight on both sides of the rafts. So it starts off, you go and you spin, and it's an open thing. So you spin, you come around, and then it's like a bowl, and you spin down the bowl and you land in the water. Well, the first turn you go, depending on where you're at and how fast you're going, I'm big, so I'm leading. Bro, that shit hits us hard. It goes up, bro. Half the float goes off the side of the top part. Like half of it's out. And I'm nervous as fuck because it's like, bro, I am pretty high up here right now. If I fall off, I'm not going to make it. But some way, somehow, it just brought us right down, and we didn't even spin in the hole. We went straight through the hole and smacked the water so fucking hard that I don't even know who the hell was riding with me, where they were at. I was the only one left in the fucking raft. We smacked the water. Bow! The lifeguard looks, the other lifeguard looks, and everybody's like, what the fuck? I'm just like, oh shit. And next thing you know, whoever, I think it was my cousin Victor, I think. Maybe, I don't know. They're fucking like off on the edge, like gasping for air, bro. Because I guess they fell off and just smacked straight water. And I was just like, bueno, like I'm good. Like it was just weird. You're supposed to spin and gradually fall. We just went straight like a mojon going into the toilet. And you know how you take a shit, and when the shit water hits, it just and it comes back up and touch your anus. You know how that water drop? That's what happened to my cousin. I think it's the worst.
It's called Poseidon's kiss.
Just giving you a little kiss.
That's disgusting.
That shit is fucking disheartening. Feeling that cold ass water,
smacking
that
your
shit
butthole
hits you right in the butthole. That shit is disturbing.
That shit is disheartening when you're pooping in public. That's the worst. That is the absolute worst. Is that little Poseidon's kiss when you're pooping in public. My own home, it's fine. It's whatever. It's not the best thing, and it's not the best, but it's not as bad. Do that shit in public. Yeah, you're gonna go get tested the next week or something. I don't know.
For real.
Also, another tangent. Pooch, how do you like your pizza? Do you like the original pizza or just a cheese pizza? Is there standards to your pizza?
Absolutely.
From where?
Like what do you mean from where?
I mean, it depends on the place, right? Like there's certain pizza places. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, that.
Okay, so
that place is
backstory.
gonna be like,
Earlier before when you was disappeared or you helped your wife. I was telling him about this dude on Barstool Report who goes around and rates pizzas at different boroughs or wherever parts of New York and shit. So I was explaining to him what's a good pizza. You want something that has a little bit of a hard crust and a little bit of that sand at the bottom, and it doesn't bend or fold, not too greasy. How do you like your pizza? Do you like your cheese pizza? Because you're a cheese pizza only guy. You don't like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only real pizza is a cheese pizza. Okay, everything else it'd be good. You put a little pepperoni in there. I'm sure it tastes fine. Hawaiian pizza, I eat it. It's good. Swap the ham for bacon, gets even better. But when I'm eating when I want like a good slice of pizza, I just get plain cheese. I personally think it's the best. You put some red pepper flakes. You put a little garlic pepper on there. Eat that shit. Have your little pepperoncinis. Biting on them green spicy little peppers. That's prime fucking pizza eating right there. Of course, you want the molten fucking tomato sauce. You want the drippy cheese. You want the crusty hard bottom. You want a little crunch to it. That to me, that's the pizza I'm looking for.
So you're not messing with like deep dish or anything like that, where you're
talking
Chicago shit.
All that pizza pie bullshit. That fuck.
I get
it could be good.
I get in random moods for that. Like there's this place here, Conan's. They do nothing but deep dish, or I guess they have a thin. They have a thin, but I don't know why anyone would do it that there because they basically make like these casseroles versions of pizza. It's crazy deep dish. Place is good as hell, man. Place is so good.
I think a deep dish pizza could be good. I think it's a disservice to call it a pizza because it's a totally different eating experience. Yeah. They should just start calling that shit like Italian pies or something.
Yeah, because it's all
Chicago
bread.
Pies. Shit's is like that thick.
All bread.
Got a whole bunch of shit in there. You got to eat it with a fork. Like
my boss is from New Jersey, and he swears by these fucking pizzas. So he throws like a little pizza party at work or whatever, like to eat, so everybody can eat and chill. He always gets these Chicago, and they're good. I'm convinced I didn't really fuck with him, but he gets them where it's just mad meat. It's like a fucking meat fucking party on that pizza, right? Pause. And it's all bread or whatever, and you bite into it, bro. It's like the bread just disappears, and it's just straight meat, cheese, and sauce, and it's pretty good. But is that my to-go-to pizza? No. Like people beast. I've seen these Chicago deep dishes where it's just red sauce on top with barely any fucking cheese, and it's just too much bread. It's just disgusting.
I forgot about the sauce.
My esophagus would be done cooked after one slice.
Facts. It's a fact. There's an art to pizza. Like we went to
Yo.
Little Italy. I think it was just me and Emily and Doughboy and Jesus.
Yeah, we took you to in the Bronx, Little Italy in the Bronx, and I took you to.
It was like
Man,
a
what's that
diner
name
type
of
where they
that
do
place?
they
Man,
do
it was nice.
fresh
I
cut
lo- I-
pizzas like shit. Like, bro, nigga, the meat there, pause. On the toppings, bro, real sausage. Real sausage.
Was it nice and girthy?
The cuts was nice and thick. Fucking
Throbbing?
Nah, I don't know about that. Bro, when you taste that pizza, oh, the pizza
Yeah,
down here
New
in
York-
Florida, nothing compared to that pizza. And there's
New
probably
York-
better pizza spots than that one in New York. I was just like, wow,
There-
this is fucking pizza.
There are, but it's just pizza is an art in New York, and it started to get a little bit expensive, like in the $3 slice of range area. And a lot of people got turned off by that. But it's like, yo, rent goes up, the price of cheese goes up, the price of tomato sauce goes up. If you want to keep those good ingredients, the bread, you're gonna have to charge a little more per slice. So what happened in New York in the last like 10 years, 15 years, these dollar pizza spots started opening up. They fucked the entire pizza game up in New York for a long time because the next person couldn't compete. The person that was
A
trying to make
dollar
it an
pizza.
art and trying to keep it organic and trying to keep it, those people couldn't survive when a dollar spot opened up across the street that was offering better slices at cheaper. But in my opinion, like that dollar pizza is so fucking trash. Like, yo, your stomach, everything, like from your stomach to the ingredients to the shit, to it ruining New York. Okay, every bite ruins New York.
Okay.
Bite or bike?
Bite.
Bites.
Every
bites.
bite. Bikes never ruin New York. They only make things better.
I was just
Okay.
clarifying.
I got a related question. Y'all are doing fast food pizza. Which fast food pizza chain are you going with? What is your go-to?
I'm not gonna front. But I can't. But like, I guess now,
It's an unfair question for you because you're in New York and you could literally walk down a block and find a pizza
but
joint, right?
if I want Pizza Hut sometimes. There's no Pizza Huts in New York.
Are we just saying pizza or any fast food?
Fast
Fast
food
food
pizza.
pizza.
Fast
Like
food
Or
Papa
pizza.
John's.
delivery pizza, I guess is the better word for it. Yeah.
I personally would say Papa John's because their cheese sticks are fucking good.
You just want to eat that butter sauce, dude.
The cheese sticks is really good, and their meat lover pizza is really fucking good.
And they
But-
put that little jalapeno in the box.
That's the pepperoncini. That's what I was talking
Pepperoncini,
about.
dude.
It's just fire.
Well,
I was
other than
gonna say Papa John's. Same reason. Pepperoncini and that fucking garlic butter that they put.
Oh!
The butter garlic. You
Oh,
fucking
on the
drench
fuck-
your
yeah,
pizza in
yeah,
that
yeah,
garlic butter. Like,
Oh.
that shit is delicious.
But
That shit hurts
who-
your stomach. You eat too much of that shit, it'll give you going straight to the toilet.
I feel like that shit is like that fake grease they were using with the chips that one time that people were eating, and then they had like anal leakage or whatever, where they would just shit themselves. That's what that butter. I get scared of that butter.
It's the anal leakage.
That shit
or the
lubes
fake
your
oil?
butthole for all flow.
I feel like they might not be real butter, and I'm just gonna like leak out my butthole or
Oh, I
something.
thought you
if
were
I
saying
eat
it
that.
was the anal leakage. They collected the anal leakage and then packaged it.
overall though,
We talked about this last night during the movie. Mr. Gaddy's my go-to pizza. That's pizza I put up on my Twitter. That's my go-to.
Have
I
you-
like local spots. I really like local pizza. If I can order local, I most likely would. Shout out to Woodside Pizza. They were fucking my go-to for a long time. When I lived in the Bronx, what was it called? Oh man, those poor Italian people. They were very nice people. I used to order from them a lot. I forgot their name. That started with a V, something like that. But I
Vinny?
try to support local spots.
Victor?
But overall, I think I've ordered Domino's more than any other pizza.
Dude,
out there.
Domino's is my I feel fat and I want a lot of food pizza.
I don't know,
You
bro.
know why? They got that $5 deal where you can
Yeah.
get a medium pizza for $5. You can get some pasta. You can get a sandwich. Man,
Little
you can
Caesars.
get-
Little Caesars is
you
not
can-
too bad.
You can get a food coma amount of food for $20 from
It's-
Domino's.
It's
Yeah.
not the best pizza, but they got that hot and ready. That shit is hot and ready.
That
Talking
shit
about Little
sucks.
Caesars.
It's
Why
not.
would you go
Little-
to Little Caesars though when the Pizza Hut pizza is better than Little Caesars?
Yeah, Pizza
and you
Hut's
get
be-
them for the same price.
Fuck Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut
Pizza.
still got the 555.
When
You
did-
get
when-
3 pizzas for $15.
I used to
When,
work at
when is
Pizza
the
Hut.
last time you went to Little Caesars though? Because I swear Little Caesars stepped their game up. Their
They
pizzas
have.
are way better than I
They
remember
stepped their
them being.
game up.
I
They stepped-
go
They got-
often.
they
My
got-
niece
Oh,
loves.
yeah,
That's
she
her pizza.
loves it.
So that's her pizza. Anytime she asks for pizza, she wants Little Caesars pizza. It's a little bit better. Like you got to ask them for what was it?
I get mine
brother
well.
asked them-
I get mine well done. I want that pepperoni to be
Exactly.
extra crispy.
Yeah, you got to ask them for extra cheese and well done. And that pizza comes out a little bit better. The cheese is gooier. The bottom's a little better.
Yep.
But it's still like,
Fast food,
It's
Papa
alright.
John's is hand down probably the best. Fast food pizzas, Papa John's probably the best.
I like, dude, Pizza Hut, dude. Some of my friends from high school, they worked at Pizza Hut when
I
we was
worked
in high
at
school.
I worked at it too.
And I remember I used to go over there and just often eat free food. I would just pull up. They'll give me pizzones, salads.
I
Yeah.
forgot about their pizzones. Why didn't they just
pizzones?
call them calzones? Why did they make up their own
Because
Because
dessert
they're
for 'em?
personal. They're
Because-
personal calzones. Calzones are huge.
Yeah.
Yo,
Dude, one time me and Everett went to a pizzeria and we was like, Everett was like, you know what the fuck? Why don't we try a calzone? I was like, I don't even know what the fuck a calzone is. He's like, me neither, but that shit sounds good. Yo, I swear to God, the shit was only like $10. And we're like, fuck it, let's get the calzone. We get a calzone. And the guy at the fucking counter, he was like, you guys sure? Because it's a little big. We're like, hell yeah, we big dude. We'll eat that shit. We sitting there. We're like in high school. It's got to be like 9th grade. We're sitting there in the pizzeria just chilling like, and then out when this motherfucker hits the corner and it was the biggest calzone I've ever seen in my life. Yo, this shit was massive. I was like, what did we do? Because our parents had like a no eating out policy, all right? My mom would be like, yo, if I'm cooking at home, she was personally offended. It's like I took her money from her. It's like if I went out. Yo, so we used to be like, damn, yo, I want some Chinese food. You got to go out on the sneak tip. Yo, when we saw this motherfucker hit the corner with the calzone, we were like, yo, either we're going to take home extras and get bagged for eating out, or we're going to have to throw food away, which is sacrilegious. So we just ate as much as we could and we threw it out. But I remember feeling terrible, both because we ate too much. It was way too much food and we had to throw the food out. And it was fucking delicious, yo. Shout out to the calzones. They're good.
The funny thing is too is that to this day, Pucho's like that at his mom's house. Like he
Hell yeah.
yeah. He's like, and I'm always like, yeah, would you take it back to the house? And Pucho always
Hell
looks at
no.
me like, my nigga, what does it look like? You and me, like fat bastards, coming back to my mom's crib. She's cooking dinner, and we're eating in front of her. We're gonna eat. They're gonna make a face. They're gonna say something, my nigga. I'm like, fuck it, we're
Well, that
eating
shit
here.
just happened.
Yeah.
I went to my mother's house. Tony was like, oh, I'm so hungry. I was like, yo, my mom's going to finish cooking in like an hour. Nah, I'm hungry. I was like, I bet. So then we went to the pizza spot. So then
Y'all got
I
the
don't
big
even know
calzones.
Tony asked my brother, yo, you want some pizza? My brother's like, nah. I'm like, all right, whatever. We go to the pizza place. We get some pizza. We eat it in front of Doughboy's old house because it was like around the corner from the pizza spot.
Did you guys see the
Tony's
Dick Tree?
already saying if we should go back to my mom's crib. I'm like, nah, what's up, though?
you guys called me. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
did you-
FaceTime him so he could see the tree.
The
So
dick
we
Did you
were
go look at the
laughing.
Dick Tree? That's what I was going to ask him.
Oh, yeah. He called me. We looked at the dick tree. There's this ugly fucking tree. For the people who may not have heard the previous episode, there's this weird little tree that just magically appeared next to Doughboy's crib. This tree was never there. Never there. We was at Doughboy's house all the time. One day, I get a phone call. We pull up, and this weird tree. It looked straight out of a Dr. Seuss book. The shit looked weird. It was thick at the bottom, really thin at the top. Had no fucking leaf. It looked fucking bizarre. Doughy swears it was always there. Dude is lying. So, anyways, we go over there to eat our pizza in front of the dick tree.
It wasn't pizza. We had
And-
sandwiches,
We had sandwiches and French fries. That's right.
Parmesan.
And Tony's asking, should we take it back to the crib? I'm like, hell no, we ain't taking it back to the crib. Why when I get to the house, my brother's like, oh, you didn't bring any pizza? I'm like, ande el diablo. He outed me in 1 second.
Yeah,
And
it
my
was
mom
a
was
quick
like,
out.
I could already tell they were talking about it while we left, and I'm like, God damn, we
Yeah.
failed. And that shit is shameful. And my mother's like, bueno, yo no sé si tú vas a comer, tú sabes, ya tú comiste. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Can't fucking eat shit around here.
That nigga
Shit
Brian
was-
did
I
out
remember
us,
we used to
yo.
sneak. It was horrible. We used to sneak food because sometimes we'd be like, yo, I want some Chinese food, but my mom's gonna feel some type of way.
Because his mom, you know, God bless her, she's always cooking. And no matter what, this is the thing about Josie. Like, whoever comes to the crib, she's making food, she's always offering, my nigga, all the time. There's never been a time where I've gone there and it's like, she doesn't be like, oh, you want to plate of food? They always offer the best hostess or wherever you want to call it, hospitality. She's always shining out, giving food, and it's good ass fucking food. And there was a time, me, Everett, and Pucho came back from Chinese, had chicken wings, fried rice, and we're eating. And meanwhile, his mom is making food, right, for all of us later on. His mom comes out, makes a face. Pucho's like, Mom, you want a piece of chicken or whatever? Trying to, like, you know, ease her in, like, to join us with food. No. She disappears, comes back with a plate in her hand. No, dame un chin chin de esto and esto. And Pucho like gave it to her. And at that point, Pucho was like, all right, she got food. We ate. There's no hostility here. And everybody's good. And I think Brian came in later and was like, he said something, I think. I don't know what the reference was, but everybody was like, damn, my nigga. Like, oh, y'all niggas is going to eat later? Y'all just ate a beast-ass amount of food. Y'all going to eat later? And Pucho was like, oh. Like damn, nigga, we just finished this whole shit. Now you came back with this praha. It's always funny, yo. Like, Brian be coming
That's
in
what Brian Bill come through
with
he
that
trying
extra.
to eat on the low. He'd be like, "Damn, y'all got chinos? Damn!" Is you're like, I got outed now. Like,
real quick, what's the best refrigerated pizza?
I mean, like overnight
Wait,
pizza?
hell
Oh,
no.
no. Should the question first off be, do you eat cold pizza or do you warm your pizza up?
I warm my pizza up in the microwave. And
I
when
warm
it
my pizza up.
It depends on the pizza. It's not.
I'm a cold pizza dude. I'll go and just grab a slice out.
Nah.
Chow down.
I give it a
That's
good.
the difference between the bottom of the podcast and the top. The crust rises
I
up,
was gonna say
baby.
because I'll eat it cold too, but
Mhm.
I like warming my pizza up. The way you warm your pizza up though, you guys talking about top motherfuckers talking about microwave. What's wrong with y'all?
That's the
You
quickest
gotta
way.
take
You
out
want to
a
throw it in
pan.
the oven.
You gotta take out a pan. No, fuck the oven. Take out like a pan. You heat up the pan and you put the slice of pizza on the pan. When that shit gets hot, you got a beautiful crispy bottom. Then you just flip it over just to get the cheese nice and warm.
Tiny bit.
Oh, and it's fucking delicious. It's the way. Sometimes these fucking Florida pizzerias, they fucking suck. Sometimes I gotta fix their pizza. I'll come home with a fresh box of pizza and I'll put that bitch on the pan just to get a crispy bottom. That shit's fire.
I don't know. Any pizza I get, it goes into the microwave and I set time, like 50, 30, not even 40 seconds. Take it out, get ketchup, little ketchup down the middle.
What?
Hold that shit up. Cook that shit up.
Cook
Quay.
that shit up quick. Yeah, bro, it's because of fucking Lake Worth High School, my nigga. Their pizzas, their Papa John pizzas would taste so weird that one day someone told me, yo, add ketchup to the top. It's going to change your life. I added ketchup to the top of that Papa John's pizza. Bam, ate it. Yo, it changed my life. I would never, I can't, like, it's like anytime I reheat pizza, I pour a little bit of ketchup on it. Like, just down the line, and I fold it up, eat it. It's pretty fucking good.
The most Puerto Rican shit I've ever
I
heard.
don't-
Y'all
I don't-
motherfuckers put ketchup on
Facts.
everything.
I don't like this. I don't like this
Facts.
conversation
Tell me,
anymore.
Yo,
try
my
it. Don't knock it
cousin-
till you try it.
My Puerto Rican half Cuban cousin puts ketchup on his arroz con gandules.
Oh, no, I
Ketchup
don't do that.
all
I don't
over
do that.
that
I don't
shit.
do that. What I used to do, white rice and huevo frito with a little bit of ketchup, chop that up, mix it up, boom. That shit's fire. Poor man's food,
Is it?
fire.
All right, so the Giorno thin crusts at the top, Red Baron square pizzas.
Oh, now we're talking
those
about
shits are
frozen
alright,
pizza?
pretty good. I'm just saying, I'm throwing my list
The
up there. We
best
got
frozen pizza is DiGiorno all day. That's the
that
best.
thick crust. That shit is whack. That thick ass crust. The thin crusts are where it's at.
Nah, you like that bum ass fucking thin crust shit, nigga.
That's a New York pizza.
Not
No.
that thin. Not that
The
thin.
best,
No way.
be-
No.
best,
The-
the best frozen pizza is probably some frozen pizza y'all never tried. It's from the Schwan's delivery guy. You guys ever mess with the
Schwan's
Schwan's?
oh
The little
my
circle personal pizzas.
bro.
They had a Mexican pizza that was fucking fire, dude.
Fire, bro. It reminded me of the like high school fucking Mexican pizza day, bro. Them shits were fucking fire. Shout out to Swans, my G.
Fuck
That
yes.
fucking food delivering service was a G. My mom used to get these motherfucking like chicken nuggets. They call the Wingsers or whatever. There's some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about, Mateo? Bro,
Uh-huh.
me and my sister used to bust down that whole bag within a day. We'll bust that whole bag down in a day, bro. Them
I
shits-
could destroy 3 of those personal pizzas in one sitting, dude. Those little
Bro.
round pizzas, I could fuck those
If y'all
up.
don't fuck with Schwans, fuck with them. Trust me, change your life. Add a little bit of ketchup to the preheated pizza, and you change your life. Changes your life. Trust, bro. If you know what, when we all do the pod together, up close, like in person, we're gonna get pizza the day before, and we're gonna leave 4 slices there the next day, and we're all gonna try that shit with ketchup. Your life's gonna change. Trust.
I mean, that sounds interesting. I'm down to just buy an assortment of different, like weird foods, so we could just try a bunch of weird shit and record it. That'll be fun.
I want to do a Pepsi challenge episode, dude. I want us to get like similar like things, and then see if we can spot which one is which.
Oh,
like
I don't know about some of the
blindfolded?
things. I could pizza. Sorry, Pepsi versus Coca-Cola, and I don't fucking drink soda, but I'll be able to tell you the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. That shit tastes very different to me. Guaranteed.
Nah, I think you gotta have that glass bottle of Coca-Cola. That's or the Pepsi glass bottles from New York. I only see them in New York. I haven't seen them down here.
They sold them in Florida.
I haven't
But,
seen them.
the McDonald's joints.
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
just
about the Mexican Cokes and the Mexican
Mexican
Pepsis.
Coke, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about actual. That's what I'm talking about. Then
I think so.
they have
Those are the
Pepsi
glass bottle
logos and
ones.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, they taste
They
different.
call them Mexican, but they come
Okay.
from Mexico. Those in particular.
Those are different. Those hit different. Them shits quench
Yes.
your thirst a whole different type of way.
They're made with,
You know
they're made
what the
with cane
difference is?
sugar.
The
Like
what?
they're made with
They're-
actual sugar.
They're made with sugar. In this country, we make everything with corn syrup as a sweetener. And in other countries, they're made with sugar. I remember I would drink a soda in America and be like, yeah, this shit. Like, I used to like my soda as a kid. And then I used to go to Dominican Republic for the summer, and them sodas just were so fucking delicious. And it wasn't until I was way older that I realized that the flavor difference is just a sugar versus corn syrup taste difference. And sugar just tastes better and is better for you than corn syrup. The comparable amount of to get the same level of sweetness, you got to consume, so much more. Like, just corn syrup is just not. It has like a lot of bad effects. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is what I've read. I don't even know how real that is. But
If you remember why ketchup tasted so much better in the 90s is because they switched it from actual sugar to high corn fructose syrup. And that's why like the taste of sugar of ketchup kind of changed if you like ate a lot of Heinz.
Yeah, and they distracted us from that change actually by making the Berenstain Bears from the Berenstein Bears. Like when they did that switch, they did the catch up at the same time, so we wouldn't be able to catch on. It's too much information for our brains.
They also took the cornucopia away from the Fruit of the Looms at the same time as well, so we would all be confused.
And how do y'all think they made them pyramids?
With a large blade.
Tony looked like he was one of them green ketchup kids. He wanted nothing but that Heinz green ketchup.
I've tried that green ketchup, threw my mind off. I'm expecting something different, and it's actually fucking ketchup, and I didn't like it. I didn't want no. I tried it one time. I didn't want no parts of it after that.
That shit tastes exactly like
It's just
same.
green. It's green. It's fucking. I don't know.
How about? Do you guys remember one time Burger King released a Halloween burger, and it was a black bun, and everybody's shit was coming out like bright green, like the Grinch.
Shit was weird.
Shit was funny.
I've got a buddy that swears that grape soda makes you poop green. Don't know if that's true or not.
Grape soda.
That's what he's always said. He said grape soda turns his poop green.
You've got to ingest a lot of fucking soda
On
for
some
your
Kel
coloring
shit. You're on
to
that
come
Kel
out.
shit.
Yo, but you look at some people's diets. That shit is crazy. Like what people actually do to their bodies and they don't realize it.
Bro, yo, my stomach problems are because of fucking COVID and the first fucking 5 months of this house party drinking bullshit that we did. That's why my stomach's completely fucked. My stomach lining's gone. We drank an absurd amount of fucking Jameson from Thursday to fucking Sunday, my G. I had like 6 empty bottles of gallons of Jameson because we usually just fucking drink. Bro, that shit fucked up my stomach. I guarantee you that shit fucked up my stomach. And that's why I have heartburn. 100%. 100%.
No way.
100%.
It's all the soda you drink and all the juices.
I didn't drink no soda with Jameson, my nigga. We take shots.
Who said with? You drink these sugary beverages on a daily.
No,
Maybe
I don't.
It's that
I haven't
ketchup
had.
you put on everything.
No, it's not the ketchup. I haven't had soda in a long ass time, Pucho. I don't drink soda,
Not
my G.
pre-COVID.
Way before COVID, I haven't drank soda.
I watch you.
You can ask my wife. My wife ain't gonna lie.
You don't drink juice?
I haven't. No, I don't. Ask Emily. I don't drink juice.
I actually haven't drank juice in a long fucking time.
I used to be a juice and soda bandit growing up, my nigga. That's all I used to drink.
When did you stop drinking juice and soda? This is recent news.
Like maybe 5 years ago.
Oh hell, I don't believe this.
Yeah, for me it was back in like 2016.
And I'm saying grabbing a cup randomly and drinking it, mixing with a drink is different. I have like one mixed drink, but
how did we get here? Weren't we just where we went pools to pizza to arguing with Tony about juice?
Nah, everybody always want to say I'm lying about something.
Tony's talking about his stomach got fucked up because we were talking about pooping green, and then he wanted to blame it on the drinking. I'm saying it's probably all the other bullshit.
I don't know, but whatever.
Acid problems come mainly from sugar, dude. It could be the Jameson. I'm just saying I ingested the same, if not more, Jamie, and I don't got no stomach issues, no heartburn issues from that regard.
You got a stronger stomach.
Tal vez. Who knows?
That's a fact.
No, who knows? Maybe you're right. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. We drank too much in the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
That I had to slow down. I had to make a conscious decision of, okay, we're officially only gonna drink on the weekend. And then I just stopped. I was like, all right, I'm either gonna drink when I link up with people or on the pod. And then I drank too much on the podcast, and I'm not even doing that no more. So I just haven't had a sip of alcohol since when I was at my mother's crib. And you and B on some fucking we ain't sipping shit. I didn't even drink. I don't drink no more.
I don't drink no more. I don't drink no more like that.
Those drunk episodes made me take so many naps. And I hate taking naps, dude. I am not a nap dude, but those drunk episodes, I went and passed out for like an hour, 2 hours afterwards.
I love taking naps.
Yeah, I know.
Your cat.
Shit makes me sick.
You're
Make a plan with Doughboy,
He's about
and
to
then
take
it's
a nap
like you gotta
right
wait
now.
for him to wake up.
Oh.
It's just horrible.
Well,
Wait, he's prime for a nap.
look at him.
He's talking about going and doing groceries. He's gonna take a sleep. He's gonna take a sleep right now. He's going to sleep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy bitch mamba.
Look at him. You could tell he's itching for the bed. He slept enough watching Old Boy. Nope. He's
Tony,
going
you
to sleep.
smacks
Tony,
cat
do you
right
want to
in
give
the
us?
face.
Do you want to give us the sweet release of nap time for Doughy?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do it now. I'm trying to. This man though is just disruptive. But to all the listeners out there, thank you for tuning in again. Like I said, we appreciate it. We love the love and support, you guys liking and subscribing. If you can, just subscribe to our YouTube page as well. We get a lot of likes, but we need the subscribes on YouTube to keep it those numbers going for us.
Yeah, actually, subscriber number 150 on our YouTube channel gets to name Tony's kid. They get to choose the middle name.
You guys have 1 week. Hurry up.
Got like maybe 4 days. But yeah, I don't know about that. But like I said, thank you again for listening and tuning in. And if you guys got any comments or anything, or want us to talk about something personal, or there's something that you feel like we need to talk about, throw it in the comments. Throw it in our posts, whatever. Get it to us. We'll talk about it. And go ahead.
You could tweet one of us as well.
Yep. Tweet. Do all that. Like, we're here for y'all. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you feel like the way we interact with each other is funny and you want more of that, let us know. We're here to do that. But want to thank you guys again for listening and tuning in. The One Up Podcast, out.